Last week, I went on a solo trip to Paris for a single day before going to Fontainebleau and climbing with a friend. It's fair to say that the trip was absolutely insane and not much went according to plan. I learned a lot along the way and it is a crazy story. Enjoy. I just got an email. Hold on, I want to read this. I just got an email from Kenneth Schlenker, who I emailed asking him if I could get sponsored by his company for the YouTube videos. I know I'm not making sense right now. He's the CEO of Opal. They block social media apps and stuff like that. And he emailed back to me, "Let's meet. My wife, Alexi, is also from New Hampshire, and we live in Paris. Want to come for tea early next week, Monday or Tuesday? Question mark." What? Dude, are you kidding me? What type of life am I living if I don't take this opportunity? I have to do this. I have to. Okay. Cool. It is 4:30 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Still a little asleep, but we're getting ready to get to the airport. We're all packed up, as you can see, basically. And I'm dressed and I'm psyched. This is crazy. I'm making this happen. Let's go. By the time we landed in Paris, it was about 7:30 a.m. Over the past few days, I'd been emailing Kenneth asking him for the time and the place of our meeting. However, I hadn't gotten a response. All of a sudden, it dawned on me that the meeting wasn't going to happen, and the biggest reason for why I was in Paris in the first place wasn't something that I could do. I was disappointed, yes, but at the same time, I was enlivened as I realized the opportunity in front of me. I had the entire day to explore Paris by myself before I had to check into my hostel in Fontainebleau at 9 p.m. As a brand new 17-year-old, I haven't had many opportunities to travel alone, and so I was super excited to jump on this chance and explore one of the biggest cities in the world by myself. What had happened, or hadn't happened, I guess we can say, was completely out of my control, so I was just going to make the most of what I had in front of me. I was psyched. Out of the Uber, here we are, middle of the loop. So cool, man. Make this happen. I was really hungry, so I found the closest cafe and got what I thought was going to be a meal, but ended up just being a $19 croissant, coffee, and orange juice combination. I did not choose the right place, but it's a memory, and a memory of wasted money too, because that coffee kind of sucked. But then I got a sandwich somewhere, and I continued to just walk around the city and explore. This is so cool. Look at this. It's like someone's peeing straight up. Wait. Looks like a whale. And also, dude, we are on this bridge right now. I remember passing over this with AFS when I first got here, my second day in France, and it was summertime, it was warm, it was hot, sunny out, and now it's cold and cloudy, and it just makes me realize how long I've been here. Fair to say this is going to be a classic shot. I feel like exactly what you think of when you think of Paris weather and Paris vibes is just what I'm getting right now. Look at this in front of me. It's so cool. Paris, brother. It's pretty cool. It's just so loud. So bright. It's so cool. Oh. Damn. Okay. As I'm walking through the streets of like one of the most popular cities in the world, one of the most populated, and a city with just so many people, it's interesting how isolated I feel. And I'm not sure, I don't really get that feeling in Toulouse, but Paris just has this vibe of like almost isolation. Like I went in a restaurant and it felt just very cold, like not very like face-to-face, not very connected with people. And it's interesting. I feel like I get that vibe sometimes in like Boston too. Like I don't know what it is about these big cities, but when there's so many people, it almost makes you feel more isolated. And I'm okay with that, but I don't think I could live in a place like this. It's so fun to visit, but living here sounds very lonely. And I'm becoming so like self-sufficient, I guess, throughout this whole trip. But I don't want to be like a loner. I want to have people and be able to make connections. And it feels like that would probably be a difficult thing to do. You could do it, obviously, but a little difficult here in Paris. So many people, but isolated. They're filming a movie right here. It's pretty damn cool. Le Comte Invalide. Je vais parler en français maintenant. Oh là là. Okay, so I told myself I wasn't gonna go see the Eiffel Tower because I saw it last time I was in Paris. I wanted to explore new things, but look where we ended up. It's kind of hard to avoid when it's in the middle of the city. It's the biggest thing around, and it's so beautiful. So happy to be right there again. What a classic spot. I thought that was beautiful, but I don't know. It just gets all this hype and it's just there. Still living, still like, I don't know, nothing's really been getting me too hyped for it. It's just part of life. Like, it's just a cool moment. I can recognize that, but that's all it is. It's just a cool moment. It's a cool thing. So, right down here is the place where we were, my first stay here in France today with us. And now on the bridge that we weren't allowed to go on, at the Marché Noël Christmas market, it's right where we did this stupid dance in front of everyone for like an hour under the Eiffel Tower. And it's just so cool to know, like to remember exactly where this was, and know I was here just like a few months ago. When those few months, like I've grown so much, and the experiences I've had are insane. The amount of French I speak, like, that's probably the biggest thing. Je peux parler français maintenant. Pas très bien, mais je parle tranquillement. After I saw the Eiffel Tower, I'd already been walking around the city for a few hours, and I wanted to make a plan for the rest of my day. So I decided I'd walk over to l'Arc de Triomphe and then find some public transportation and get myself to a climbing gym where I could settle down, eat some food, climb a little bit, and make my plans. Okay, so I've been sitting here for a little while now, just taking a break on a bench by l'Arc de Triomphe, and oh my god, it's the most complex driving I've ever seen. How do people do it? So many honks, so many almost crashes, and I've been here for like 7 minutes. I really do not understand the system of the traffic circle. It's crazy. Like there are 1, 2, 3, like 6 lanes. I don't even know. It's insanity. Just kind of go and figure it out, I guess. There's transportation. It's complicated. There is a lot. There are a lot of different lines of virtue. And I'm trying to find the one, but it's complex. I climbed for a little bit, but not too long. I won't show all the videos because that's not necessarily what this video is about, but it was a really cool gym and I had some fun. One highlight was this boulder I did. It was a coordination boulder, and I sent it to my friend, and then he sent me a video of one of the women on the French national team doing the boulder just the day before with a viral reel. I thought that was really cool. But I ended up getting some food there. They had some really healthy options, and I got to talk to some people who told me that climbing the next day with the way the weather was looking was probably not a possibility. I was bummed. It's small, but it's pretty cool. There's some cool people here. I'll be sick in a couple of days, and maybe I'll find a content and stuff like that. Alright, finish up the session. I'm gonna eat here, I think, because they're nice people. And then, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might take the train and see if I can get to Boulder and Fun a little bit today. Who knows? Hiked some big steps. It's pretty cool. I just love the architecture. I'm surrounded by history. Spot. Thought it was like an unknown spot for a second, and then I saw the people, and I saw this. This is pretty cool. I get to see the city without being on top of the Eiffel Tower and paying a bunch of money, so it works for me. I just got swindled. I paid $10 for this bracelet because I was uncomfortable saying no after a guy made like a bunch of conversation with me. He said he's from Kenya, he said do it for Africa, and I just felt so uncomfortable. I should just sit up and been like, not do that. I didn't say I was gonna pay for anything. But he basically took it out of my hand, so that was interesting. At around 3:45, I decided that it was time to head to the train station and start to get on my way to Fontainebleau before my 9 o'clock check-in time that night. I wanted to make sure I had plenty of time because earlier I'd struggled with the public transportation a little bit and this was going to be a lot more complicated. I actually did not take a lot of footage of this time because it ended up being pretty stressful with just the crowd of rush hour Parisians trying to get on the trains and the metros, and I was struggling a little bit to find my way around. I ended up making it safely, but I probably spent around 2.5 hours in the stations trying to get tickets and get my way to Fontainebleau. We're in Fontainebleau, and the Google Maps lied to me, so I have no idea how I'm gonna get to my hostel. This transportation has been like probably the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. Not really, but it's a pretty dang crazy adventure. Kind of love it, but I gotta make it back in time tomorrow for my flight, so hopefully it goes a lot easier. Alright, so currently we're just walking. Not aimlessly, I actually have a destination. I'm going to Le Chateau Fontainebleau, so I'm excited. And I have a bus there in like 2 hours, and it's like 20 minutes away from here, so I don't necessarily know what I'm going to do for an hour and a half. I do have to pee, but it's just so cool to be in like a neat little town. Such cool architecture, just so French, and you know what I mean? And just walking through it at night. This day feels like it's been like, oh my gosh. I was in Toulouse this morning. I woke up in my bed, and now I'm freaking here in front after a whole day in Paris, where I went rock climbing somehow in the middle of it. Like, what is happening today? This is crazy. Oh, I just found an open gate and there's a field and trees, so I'm just gonna pee on a tree. That makes this story even crazier. Pee on a random tree. Other people, I can't pee on a tree. Shh. Okay, this feels pretty dang sketchy. There's no way. I'm going down this path and there's no way. And there's a guy following me, so actually I'm gonna make sure that nothing's happening. I'm just gonna stay here because I'm gonna make sure that no one follows me. Okay, not following me. I'm a little sketched out. I don't get sketched out easily, but I am. Dude, this is insane. What is even happening? Alright, I think I'm chilling though. I think I'm chilling. I gotta put the flash on now. Okay, I just thought about this. How do I go from being in like the most touristic city in the entire world, like in the most touristy spot, probably with like some of the most people condensed that there are like in the world, to then alone in the woods in just a matter of hours? That's insane. That's insane. Gates are closed, so no castle. Now I just need to make sure I can get to that bus stop in time. And if I can't, we call an Uber. And I hope that there are Ubers around here. It's crazy. At least it's kind of beautiful when it rains. Oh, look at this. This probably needs some flooding. Wow. That sucks. We'll figure it out. No climbing tomorrow. Like climbing at Falls as soon as I can. Damn. The meeting got canceled and the climbing. 2 reasons I can't. Having fun still. That's what matters. I'm sitting in a restaurant right now and it's absolutely pouring outside. Good restaurant, but I'm kind of bummed that no one could climb outside tomorrow. I was so psyched, man. Go through waves, you know? Emotions don't define who they are. Just ate at a fancy restaurant I didn't know was fancy, and I walked in all wet with like a backpack full of clothes and climbing shoes and like this outfit on. Yeah, this has been probably the most insane day of my life. 4:15 wake up, and it feels like 3 days have passed. I got a climbing session in, like at a gym, like randomly. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Well, it turns out that I was actually standing at the wrong bus stop, and I had to sprint like I was the absolute Flash to get to the other one before the bus left, and I had to knock repeatedly on the door to get let in by an angry bus driver. I ended up meeting a pretty cool Ukrainian guy on the bus, and he got off at the same stop as me, so there's a little lesson, just talk to strangers, but the day just kept getting crazier, and here I thought it was over. Alright, we should finally be at the hostel. Crossing the street, not gonna get hit. What a day. What a day. I still gotta talk to the hostel person and tell him that I still my reservation, so that'll be interesting too. Yo, I just got to the hostel and right now I'm just in the bathroom recording this because I don't really want to take a video, but I met this German kid. His name's Jakob and he's 19 and he's super cool. He's staying here. And then I also met oh shoot, I forgot his name, but this dude from California who's here to climb too. They're super cool. And then my friend Val, he's on his way tonight. I think he had a date in Paris all day, so I'm excited to hear about that. What's actually crazy is it's the first time meeting him. We were friends for a long time, or no. This is our first time meeting, so we have some mutual friends who, and one of them was originally going to come on this trip, but then he had to cancel, so I'm really excited to meet this guy. I always look forward to meeting new people. The people here seem a little optimistic about climbing tomorrow, so I'm interested to see what we're going to end up doing. But it's just really cool to be here. I feel so happy to just be able to relax now, talk to people in English, talk to Americans for the first time in a while. This is huge. I'm so happy right now. Okay. I will see you at Font, hopefully, if I can climb. I'll see. We'll do something fun tomorrow. I know. Alright. Good night.